Hey guys, okay, so at the moment, oh, let me check. At the moment it is before 12 for once, so we're actually getting a pretty good crack on the bus this morning. Okay, so the plan today is the bus is a complete mess. All of the windows are now out. I've worked through most of the windows with getting the mastic off now. There's 2 or 3 left to do on this side. Once that's done, I'm going to retape up the back windows, and I'm going to take up all the flooring and hit any rust that's accumulated over the last week and a bit. And then we're going to start rust proofing. So I've got Rust Guard self-etching primer. I'll show you this stuff. It's just a primer. It's not gonna, nothing that's in there is going to be exposed to anything. On the inside it's all going to be covered. On the outside it's all going to be covered because it's just going to be going in the window seals, and underneath it's all going to be covered. So I don't need a top coat for it. The primer will be fine as long as I do a couple of good coats for it. So that's going to be happening today. Once we get the first coat going on here, I'm going to sort of wall off from, I don't know, probably from like this pillar here or just before this pillar all the way through to behind the passenger door. All this stuff I'll do at a later date because I still need to remove all the mastic and stuff like that from the flooring and the wheel wells. So I'll remove all that at once. In the meantime, I'm just going to do really the back because I've already started to grind it back all the rust, and it's just getting more corrosion the longer I leave it, so that needs to be dealt with today. So right now all we're going to work on is removing all of the stuff that is in the back here, and when the first coat is drying I'll start attacking all the mastic on these windowsills. Okay, so I've gutted the bus. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the angle grinder with the wire wheel brush, or wire brush, wheel, whatever it is, and just hit any of the rust, dirt, stuff around that I need to get rid of. And once that's all done, I can then start scrubbing back anything that I couldn't get, and then rust proofing. So I just replaced the fuel filter. I realised I had to do that when I was getting all the stuff out. I completely forgot to record it, so I'll just show you instead. So with the fuel filter that's in there now, that was the old one, I replaced it with this new one from Repco. One that I got that I've replaced it with is this Ryco Z252X. That's the diesel fuel filter that I've used for the bus. So that one's all been replaced. That should help fuel economy a bit as well. But yeah, kind of wish I had have recorded it because I had a bit of drama trying to get it out. But yeah, oh well, wasn't very exciting. When I go to do it in 10,000 Ks or whatever, I might record it then and show you. But yeah, thought I'd let you know that I accidentally did forget about that. So I'm going to go through and disconnect the battery terminals now and take the batteries out, and yeah, then we should be right to start pressure washing. Always take a photo before you disconnect anything so you know how it goes back. Hey! Alright, so I've just finished lunch and set up a little kiddie blow-up pool for sons in the backyard. So instead of pressure washing today, I'm just going to try and use an air compressor, see if that works. if at least it gets rid of the majority of the stuff, that's going to be good enough for me. So yeah, we're going to give that a go and see how we go. I think I destroyed our compressor. Oops. Okay, well in that case, I suppose it's back to the scrubbing. Well, all the dirty grinding work's done. Now it's just time to scrub the floors, this section anyway. And that'll show us if there's any more rust that I missed. And if that's all good, then I can start taping up the windows at the back, taping up the drop sheet here, and start painting. So, exciting. I'm gonna go fill up a bucket and I will be back soon. So, I was originally just going to pressure wash the whole bus, but I'm just going to scrub it because I think it's going to be easier in the long run to scrub it. Yeah, so anyway, I've got the bucket of soapy water and scrubbing brushes, and let's get to it. Okay, so I've finished prepping all the floor bar a little bit of rust down there, so I'm just going to whack that and then we should be good to go. I have about an hour and a half to finish off removing the sticker plates from these two windows at least, and then do get all the rust stuff together, tape off the windows, and do at least the first coat. I can do a second coat tomorrow and whatnot, but I at least need the first coat done. So that's going to work on that. So glue rid didn't work, it's just like already evaporated and just hasn't done anything. So I've got T-Rex tape from Bunnings. It's kind of like Gorilla tape but apparently stronger. So I'm just going to use that to pull off the mastic and hopefully be done with it. Doing it! Go, you good thing! Go! Two windows down, another 5 to go. Good morning, guys. Okay, so last night, after I finished recording, I went through and threw some tarp over the bus to keep any rain out that may have happened overnight out of the bus. It didn't rain, which is good, but I'm going to leave the tarps on to create kind of like a spray booth thing for the bus, so I can spray it all down. With the back window, I called a couple of people this morning to try and get that replaced. One of the guys said just grab a mallet or a hammer and just whack it when the tint pulls it out, just grab it and pull it out. So that's what I did. I'm really sorry I forgot to record that, but I didn't even think about it. I just grabbed a mallet and whacked it, and sure enough it came out. So that's done. I'll show you why I wanted to remove it. So there's a lot of rust around the entire windowsill. Down the bottom not so much, but especially at the top. And the reason for that is, and it's common with a lot of coasters, because it's got a windowsill above the back window, but then it stops there, all the water runs out and pools in there. And if the slightest amount of damage to that sill at all, water's just going to drip straight down in there, and that's exactly what it's done here. So like here, for instance, is where it's worst. So worse, and it goes in through there, and then there's also some damage over in that corner as well. So yeah, we're going to repair that whole thing now. And yeah, I knocked out the window, it's sitting there. There's a bunch of glass all along the floor here that I need to clean up because we've got our 2 kids here. And then I'm going to start tackling that rust repair. So yeah. done. So that's looking a lot better than it did before. Got it all back. Bare metal. So now that it's back at bare metal, I can try and drop this wheel out. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. So now I'll get the vacuum and we can vacuum up all the dust that we've just created. I'm going to paint the rest of the bus now. So all I need to do is put some plastic sheeting up and cover up the stuff, like the electronics and stuff like that at the back that I don't want covered in glass. Oh sorry, covered in glass. Covered in paint. Hey guys, okay, so it's now, the sun is starting to set already. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. I think when I last left you guys it was like 11, something like that. So yeah, I think it was about 11 or 12. So yeah, it's been about 6-7 hours since then, but I have finished with the painting. There's the door, came out really nice. It's had, I think, 3 coats of paint so far. And then look at that immaculate, clean looking bus. I will show you in the side of my fumigation tent. So I also painted that as well. That panel is going to be pulled off anyway, so I didn't care about any paint getting on there. But I've painted all around there, and I've painted up to sort of this line here, and I did a little bit here. I finished that pillar, and I've done this from that windowsill on. But yeah, it's all done, looks very, very nice. The paint is dry, so I'm going to put the floors back on. I did go through pretty much all 4 litres of that rust guard tin. Yeah, it's coated, but yeah, that wooden metal sprayer, Wagner W100, absolutely brilliant. It clogged on me once, but that was because I left it for too long when I went to go and have lunch. So if you're going to leave it for any period of time, I'd recommend just tipping the paint out, filling up with some water, running 1 container's worth of water through. Goes through in like 2 minutes. Very happy with what I got done today.